Hey, what's up, everyone? My name is Jeff, and today we're going to have some fun playing Magic. And today, you know it's going to be fun because we are playing a Maskwood Nexus deck. So Maskwood Nexus is one of my favorite cards of all time, but I haven't played it a ton because there's some issues with it. It's a 4-mana artifact. Creatures you control are every creature type. The same is true for creature spells you control and creature cards that you own that aren't on the battlefield. So creatures are just all of the different types, which is amazing, and Maskwood Nexus just becomes a really, really awesome, powerful card if you're playing the right kind of stuff. I built quite a few different decks with it, and I like it. It's in standard right now, but the issue is that it doesn't work with everything super well. The biggest issue with Maskwood Nexus is that you have to find it in order to make the thing you're built around actually work. And with my luck, every time I would build a deck around this and have these 4 cards in it, I would find it like 1 out of 5 games because that's just my kind of luck. Whenever I go to record something, I can never find the card. If I'm practicing, like, oh, this is a really good one, that works better, but nope, not whenever I'm recording. So we're hoping today that we can be able to do that, but I don't have to because I built this deck to be able to have enough good shapeshifters and changeling, which Historic gave us some really good ones with the Modern Horizons, whatever Jumpstart Horizons thing. So Changeling Outcast, Universal Automaton, and a Faceless Agent come in to be able to be good changelings so that we have creatures of every type already, which seems redundant with Maskwood Nexus, but it's actually necessary to be able to make this work the way that we want to. So then we can play one-ofs of different creatures that are really powerful. So then we can have Elf Lords that this taps for mana for each elf that we control. We have Ayula to be able to have the bear and have, you know, bears fight and put 2 counters onto bears all the time, so we can just have things keep entering the battlefield. And then when we build up and get up to Tendershoot Dryad and Biogenic Ooze, which let us keep making oozes, keep making saplings that will also then be bears, will also then be elves, which also will then be oozes. Those guys will then be crazy. So every upkeep will be making saplings. All saplings will get +2/+2, and we'll just grow a massive board. And that's kind of the idea of this one, is just go so big, so awesome that they can't deal with it. Ayula is one of our most important cards because it's one of our main removal spells. Masked Vandal, another shapeshifter that can at least destroy artifacts and enchantments for us. And then Bloodchief's Thirst, kind of a catch-all for removal. Everything else is all in on just having fun, putting a bunch of creatures on the battlefield, making them better with oozes, dryads, and everything else. And so that's the deck. Let's see how this does for us, and wish me luck. Here we go. No black mana, amazing hand otherwise though. So we got a mulligan. Sorry, no green mana on that one. Yeah, this is much better. No changelings, but we'll find them. Let's drop a land. Which land do I want to drop? With Llanowar, I could play this without having to shock myself. It'd be nice to have the Swamp and Forest out. So I think it's actually Pathway. I want to play this first. Second. Yeah, we'll just get rid of that. Why not? Llanowar, pass the turn. I wouldn't mind finding some changelings along the way here. Pass the turn. We have a little bit of ramp, so we have Ooze on turn 4, which is still powerful enough to be awesome. And then to start making oozes every turn can be a good thing to go. That is awesome. Okay. I think we're going for just counters onto this. Tap land. Could fight it and get it in with the other dude, but let's just go counters onto the bear. Yeah, they jump block. I kind of expected that. I'm hoping they don't have removal now. We lost a couple points of damage, but this gets out of some... there is a vampire type board wipe, if I'm remembering right, from Ixalan. Dude, I don't remember as much. Luris. All right, come on, changeling. Not a changeling. Let's see, which one do I want here? Let's go Ooze first. Ooze makes Outcast better. Tendershoot Dryad just makes our board a lot better. Having our board be awesome is a good thing to do. All right. So they can block Ayula if they want to. down to 13. We make a 3/3 now. Oh, we don't have City's Blessing. Right, only 4 lands, 5 creatures. We need to get up to 10. That's fine. I'm intrigued to see what they're actually playing here. Down to 17. They gain some life up to 14. Massacre. Whoa. All right, they gain a lot of life. Reset the board. Nexus. All right, worst case scenario, we can just make a bear every turn, and that is enough to win with Ayula. So they have to find an answer for Ayula now. Finding a land gets us Ooze, which is good. Oh, does that kill something?
You reek with
Nope.
terror. We will slay our enemies.
Another Ayula. Not very awesome. So I can kill one of them, swing in, kill the other one. They get 2 loyalty onto it. It's not the worst. Let's see if I can do it a little bit better, though. So let's go to combat. Let's swing in at Loth. If I can put counters onto this while I'm doing it, so they double block. Yeah, let the damage through. That's fine. Being able to do this on their turn actually helps us a lot, where we can do it in response. We don't have the 2 damage onto the Ayula anyway. I can fight if I want to and not have this die. It's my party and I'll fight if I want to. Fight if I want to. Ooze bringing on 2 guys is going to be awesome, though.
My words are for ambitious minds.
Merchant. I don't want them to have a chance to draw here. So let's go ahead and bring this out now. Kill him. Come on, land. Give me my flippin' Ooze.
And I, the generous one.
Ooze here is going to be so cool. Shambles. I mean, it'll work. So they have 2 mana. So Automaton. So you fight that one.
Do what I demand.
Make another one. Not putting counters on stuff is actually not as good because of the yeah, it's not going to be quite as good for us because they have Massacre as their main game plan here. But we got to kill Loth this way. We've got to do everything. So if they have a bunch of mana now with the treasures, it feels like they're building up to another big Mihik Massacre. It's annoying, but with Maskwood Nexus, we have our game plan online. We have another Ayula. If we find a land here, I think we actually play Ayula and play this out. And then we Ooze on the next turn. If they board wipe. Now they haven't board wiped. We're good. But having Ayula out with Biogenic Ooze is what's awesome. No priest for nothing. Ooh, Vandal. Yeah, Vandal's pretty good. Let's see. Do I just want to put counters on this stuff and start swinging in? Fighting things is pretty nice. Yeah, getting rid of Midnight Reaper before he gets any value out of it is way better. Mihik Massacre. Resolve. Does it draw off itself as well? Yeah, just a non-token creature. Do I use up the Ayula here to be able to get in for more damage? I can force Maskwood Vandal to fight this, swing in with everything. Having the backup plan with this though is really nice. So let's just swing in with this. Keep playing the long game for now. Pass the turn. Come on, 5th land. I mean, I'm glad with what we've been drawing. The Masked Vandal there was pretty sweet, but it would be nice to not just know we're gonna die to board wipe anytime soon here. Wrinkle. Intriguing. Target's Lantern. Alright. Is it non-token permanent? No, it's just non-land. Okay, yeah. We're fine with that. We can sacrifice these guys all day. Down to 8. They might just go a little bit aggressive here. They're doing all of it. So each player sacrifices a creature. They're losing their own Wrinkle for this. We have to discard a card. It's going to be an extra Ayula. We get a draw. We sacrifice this dude. We found the land. Losing 3 life. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this automaton. And we'll be fine with that. Finally got to the flippin' ooze. Alright. Counters onto bear. Counters onto bear. Not quite lethal. Down to 1. Counters onto everything. Pass the turn. We have something we can discard now because we found another land. Soul Shatter. Gets rid of the ooze. 3 mana. I don't know what they could do with 3 mana. Yeah. Sweet. That was a long, grindy one, but we did it. We done did it. We're getting some pretty good hands. This is beautiful. It's almost tempting to wait and play these changelings until after we have the bear out. In fact, I might do that just to be able to have 2 triggers right away. It makes us either a 4/4 and kill something, or a 6/6 that gets a hit in right away, or puts counters onto like the outcast and makes it massive. And so I think we're gonna go for that one. If we find another 1-drop, it'd be, well, it'd actually be better because then we get 3 triggers with the Ayula. So yeah, I think this is just the better way to go. Opponent said hello. We should say hello back. Ooh, and then a Lord afterwards. Swell stuff. In fact, it might be better to go for the Archdruid first, because then we can ramp up to the Biogenic Ooze by playing these guys out. That could be tempting. Secret Keeper mills us. That shouldn't be too effective here. Hitting hard's gonna be good. They could be bouncing stuff though. We get 3 triggers. And if they have a bounce here, it's going to be so annoying. I want to go Archdruid first, because we get so much mana by having Archdruid out with these other guys. Yeah, they had the bounce. Okay, so that's fine. Another bounce would be annoying. Tutelage. All right, we've let them build up their board before we've put any damage to their face. Oh man, I hate when you see amazing cards go away. It's the worst. Untap land would have been nice, but I think we can still do quite a bit. So we get 4 mana with Archdruid. All right, so Queen first. Outcast. Counters onto target bear. Hopefully they don't have like a Whirlwind Denial here. That would be really annoying. Counters onto bear. Do I want to put it here? I don't want them to have it too juicy of a Stern to Missile target. I'd rather go wide, have a massive board, force them to find a full-on board wipe of some sort. But Whirlwind Denial, okay, into the story. Lots of card draw, lots of mill with Teferi's Tutelage, but we also are representing pretty dang close to lethal right now. So another creature to put counters onto stuff would be awesome. All right, how much do we have right now? So we have 12, 16. Then a 33. Yeah, we'll just hit him with everything but the Archdruid, and that's gonna be fine. Play it all. I mean, they're not gonna kill our stuff. They're gonna bounce it back to our hand, which is, you know, whatever. If they end up having that. So down to 6. They have to kill us this turn with mill. I think they should be pretty far away from that. They drew a lot of good stuff. Wind Robber, lots of blockers, not enough yet. Fable Passage, mills 2. Or mills a lot. I meant they have 2 lands to mill with. So another 6. We're still at 25 though, and then they have to, with 2 mana, they have to draw something amazing here. There's no longer board wipe. We have almost all the damage just with this in general. We can buff it up with Elvish Warmaster, so we have the win regardless. Play another creature out. All right, so this way we're not all in on the Outcast in case they do have the bounce here. So counters onto, let's go on to, maybe fighting would have been better. That's fine. Four creatures to block with. Just making sure that we can do this. Yeah, being able to buff everything is going to be better. Swing in. Bonus soups it up. Sweet. All right. Not too shabby. Yeah, not too shabby at all. I like it. Up against Tealing, and we have Ayula, and we have something on turn 3. This is perfect. It's kind of the best thing ever. I'm going to go ahead and shock myself with Overgrown Tomb just to make sure we get the Woodland Cemetery out there. The 2 points of life will probably end up killing me, but you know, I'm greedy. I like things just to be nice and neat and like packaged perfectly for me, and it's kind of already there. Ooh, this is just like the perfect deck ever. All right, I can go for Faceless Agent here. We have Maskwood Nexus actually on the turn after this. Let's just get out Ayula. We'll swing in. We have another one as well. So yeah, this gets to put 2. Ooh, okay. Bonus just done. All right, sounds good. Oh man, I hate whenever you have like the perfect hand. Everything's the perfect start, and then it's just over too quickly. Bummer. Up against Snill, and good hand again. Keep this for show. Being able to get Ayula out and then having Changeling Outcast put a bunch of counters onto this guy that can't be blocked. Swell stuff. All right, opponent's ramping. Teamer. All right, so worst thing it could be is the Neoform combo. Being on the draw against that is just, when we don't have any removal in this hand, it's just probably going to be over. So they have to get up to 4 mana. That's why the reason when they play Grazer. Oh, okay, that's different than I expected. So maybe it's just Teamer ramp in general. All right, so on green here, we will go Burr, swing in, pass the turn. Raptor. Definitely intrigued with what the heck is going on here, but it looks fun, looks interesting. Maybe it's a combo. Creature spells cost 1 less, so maybe this is a combo with Mutate. Yeah, I haven't seen it with Marauding Raptor being able to do extra stuff. The nice thing about mutating onto the same creature over and over again is that it won't cause something to enter the battlefield again. And so you won't have the damage dealt, but you get to still cast things for less. So that's kind of a valuable thing there. And you can also mutate onto this. So it might be like an infinite mutate loop. So we need to kill... What's the most important thing to kill? It's got both of these makes things a lot cheaper. That's all bad. All right, so we get 2 bears to play. So we're gonna put 2 counters onto Ayula. Vandal. We're gonna have it fight something now. So target bear I control fights. It has to be one of these guys. I think the drawing and discarding is going to be worse for us. So kill that one. Get in there. If 5 damage coming in, I can block pretty well with Vandal. We'll swing with both. Down to 12, pass the turn. If I find another Changeling here, we can actually get quite a bit of damage on the board here. Otherwise, we're just fighting a couple times. Yeah, no blocks. Take 3 down to 11. Castle Locthwain. Ah, this is a lot of lands. Too many, indeed. All right, so fight, target bear. I think we gotta make sure they don't have the damage dealing there. I think that is the most important part. Swing with everything. I think I'm just gonna throw Overgrown Tomb tapped here. Pass the turn. And then we can maybe Castle Locthwain on the next turn, try to start drawing, get something going for us. They're down to 5. They have to deal with our board, even our go wide stuff. If we find a way to buff up the entire board with a Lord, good stuff. Or we can just keep finding absolutely nothing. That's cool too. 3 damage is enough, especially when it takes up all of our mana. Like, we have enough 1-drops that it could be okay to do this with Castle Locthwain. If we can fight one thing, it becomes quite useful. We end up having to force him to trade off with both. But I think waiting until our end step might be better. We're gonna do it now. The value of getting a 1-drop here. Oh my gosh, so many lands. We are 13 cards deep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. I mean, it's not absurd amount, but it's not fun. I don't like it. Blooming Marsh. Ooze. All right, so we don't get to buff everything this time. Or, I mean, yet. Oh, I keep forgetting I have Changeling Outcast. Gosh dang it, I missed that last turn. Yeah, so I missed 1 point of damage there. I don't think it'll end up changing anything because we're representing lethal pretty awesomely now. Ooh, and the Druid to be able to buff up everything else. And now we swing. This is exactly what we wanted. It's just like any kind of fair game of Magic we do really well with, because we get to go really wide because we're playing 1s, 2s, and 3 drops, like a ton of 1-drops and everything. And then we just get to buff them in really unique and awesome ways, putting counters on them at the end of every turn, you know, just kind of going off. And so we're kind of okay with the Stonewall kind of games because we should be able to get more value than the opponent by having the synergy between all of our creatures to be really awesome. So yeah, this is kind of the dream. An opponent is they really going to time us out now? All right, opponent lets all the damage through. They timed out for a little bit there. That was awesome. That is what we're trying to do. We'd love to find Maskwood Nexus early on, but this deck doesn't need it to be able to do cool, fun things. And we did cool, fun things. Dude, this is like the perfect hand. I really like this. We have Llanowar Elves into the bear. We have something to play afterwards on the same turn because we have the Llanowar. Just all of it's super good. So go Lanny. Spear, Spewer, and we can even kill that with this too, so that's sweet. Okay, so bear. Do I want to put counters on stuff to get it out of the range of board white of their burn spells? I think we need to do that. So 2 counters onto Ayula. Pass the turn. I could have killed the Spear Spewer, but I'm not that worried about it. We have Bloodchief's Thirst. We can find other things along the way. Getting counters on his stuff and actually kind of aggroing them will be better. So we kept Ayula alive, which is exactly what we needed to have happen. Play this out tapped. We get to Bloodchief's Thirst. And I think we just keep making Ayula better and bigger and better and more awesome. Yeah, Outcast again, because they'll have to spend 2 spells to kill it that way. At least, and eventually once it gets to like 8 or 10, they just won't be able to kill it. As mono red, it's going to be sweet. So they have basically this turn to kill it. It'll take up 2 spells. If they do, it's really bad. Okay. That might just be them getting away to do Skewer the Critics twice. Feels like a possibility. They're hovering over Ayula. They don't go after it. Whoa. Okay, they're going at our face. Crash through, draws a card. Spending the life to do that as well. Oh, no more creatures. Castle Locthwain's a little bit brutal here too. We're going to hold off on it until their end step. Down to 4 past the turn. Ramming up Ruins could kill them here. Electrostatic Field. We are gonna draw. Okay. Bonus sweeps it up. Yeah. With us being, they would have to block the Ayula not to die there. They just lost what they were playing with the Ramming Up Ruins. They're gonna kill themselves eventually, especially with this guy here. So if they didn't have enough damage that turn to kind of pressure it, we won, which we did. Nice. We did it, guys. We went 5-0 with a Maskwood deck. Yeah, so 100% win rate with this deck. I don't think that that's what this deck is actually like. That guaranteed, if you go play this, I'm gonna have comments in there. You said it was 5-0 and then I lost 8 games in a row with it. All that stuff. Every time I get one of those comments, by the way, I just think you're stupid. Just so you guys know, it's a dumb thing to comment. Anyway, because of course there's gonna be win-loss ratios and everything like that. If you go 8 games, that's just how it goes. I prove that you can win games in the video, and so it just almost like shows that you are bad at playing when you do those comments, just so you guys know. Anyway, that's all that's all that's in this deck. That's all I have to say with this one. Thank you guys for playing. We did a Maskwood Nexus deck and it was so fun. I have a blast with it. Ayula, we drew Ayula every game, and that was a big reason why we won with that one, I think. Other cards would be fun to do with this. I want to do more Maskwood Nexus decks because I just like Maskwood Nexus in general, and I probably should be playing it like once or twice a month anyway. And so anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much, and bye-bye.